You want 5, 10, 15 more miles per hour in your club head speed with your driver? Well, you come to the right place, because I got 2 tips, 2 things you can do that I guarantee you've probably never heard before that are going to give you that club head speed that you're looking for. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV, and everybody wants to hit the golf ball farther, all right? Okay, and everybody wants more club head speed, but how are you going to do that? Let's dive right into it. The first thing you got to understand is if we want more club head speed, we need movement. Movement. We got to get things moving, right? You look at any other sport when somebody's looking for speed. Let's think about a pitcher. What is a pitcher doing? A pitcher is loading, they're moving, they're loading, maybe they're lifting their lead foot and they're pushing, but they're moving. In golf, for some reason, they look like this, okay? It drives me crazy. They get set up, and they're steering at the ball and steering at the ball and steering at the ball, no movement whatsoever, and then they think they're going to make this golf swing that somehow is rhythmic and athletic and hit the golf ball a long ways. That'd be like a baseball pitcher just standing here and then just going, right? You would never do that. So the first tip is let's get some movement going. So what does it look like? Well, here it goes. We're going to kind of tie some of this together. So let me just demonstrate. So I'm set up here. First thing you can do, look at my feet. What are they doing? Right? I'm just up and down a little bit. I'm being live, I'm being athletic. What am I doing with the club head? I'm waggling a little bit, right? Okay, so that's tip number 1. I'm gonna add on to this, okay? So I got a little bit of movement there, and then boom, I'm gonna go, all right? That's a simple thing that you can do. It keeps you loose, it releases tension, and helps put some rhythm and some pace to your swing, all right? But let's take that a step further. I gave this tip the other day to a young lady of mine. She's going to play college golf, great player. But this tip will work for any age. Men, women, beginner, old, okay? But she needed more club head speed. So here's what we had her do. I had her set in there, and I had her, if you watch any of my videos, you know I like to start with a little bit of weight on my lead foot, and I hope already that I don't have to ask you to subscribe. I hope you've already subscribed. I hope you've already rung the bell, and you know you got to leave a comment, because I love hearing from you, all right? So the first thing we did is we started with a little bit of weight on the lead foot, and I had her just kind of do this rehearsal where she went lead, trail, lead, and then hit the ball. Let me show you. Here it goes. Okay? So I'm going to kind of load this up. So I'm starting lead, trail, lead, and go. Boom. Much like a pitcher, you're pushing and loading and pushing and going. Now, I know already, some of you out there, you're going to start saying, well, Todd, isn't that a sway? Aren't you moving off the golf ball? All those types of things, all right? Well, first of all, if you don't understand the difference between movement and sway, you gotta watch some of my videos, because we talk about that. There's a difference. Movement off the golf ball, as long as the movement is in the proper position on the trail foot, is not a sway. It's loading. I've done a ton of videos on there. Check that out. But you gotta have movement in order to create some speed and some things like that. So that's the first kind of tip I wanna share with you. You gotta be athletic, you gotta be lively, you gotta move, all right? Now, what's another thing that you could do? Well, let me give you another tip. So I've already told you about the little waggle with the feet and the arms and the club. I've given you a specific drill, left, right, push, and go, okay? The other thing that I would tell you is this. To get the club head moving and to get some speed and impact, and this is gonna be, I don't want to say it's controversial, but it's going to be different than what you've heard before, is you've got to speed your backswing up. Did you hear that? Speed your backswing up. Most traditional coaching, okay, this is why I developed the whole vertical line swing system, all right? Because these are the concepts that you have to understand if you want more club head speed, especially as you get older, right? Is you got to get the club head going faster, earlier, all right? What's the opposite of that? Well, this is probably what you're being told to do. They're saying, hey, start your swing slow and smooth. Be slow and smooth. And then what? Just crank it and mad dash into the ball? That doesn't look like this, okay? So I'm gonna be stationary because they said keep my head down, right? Traditional coaching said don't move off the ball because that's bad. And then start your swing slow, but hit this ball 275 yards. Let me see. So I'm staring at the ball, stationary, slow, and then go. Doesn't work at all, right? You've learned today that we're doing just the opposite. That's why you come to US Golf TV, to get different information that actually works for the everyday player. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna get a little waggle. You're gonna get your feet going. You're gonna have some movement. You're gonna start on your lead foot and you're gonna push off it, but you're gonna get this club head going fast. And you're gonna get it going fast early. So here we go, little movement, boom. Now why does that work? Because in anything in life that you're doing, you can't go from slow to just gassing it. You don't drive your car like that, at least I hope you don't, right? You build acceleration. And how do you build acceleration? You build acceleration through movement. You build acceleration through shifting and pivoting and those types of things. So you wanna add 5, 10, 15 yards to your drives? Here's what you gotta do. Get some waggle, get some movement, okay? Learn to load and get that club head going fast early. And if you do those things, you're gonna see the golf ball travel further down the fairway.